the show, 5-Star Fam. I'm AJ. And wherever it is you get your pods, subscribe, share, and leave us a good rating. Welcome to another episode of 5-Stripe Weekly, and Atlanta United, they drew Chicago Fire 3-3 at Soldier Field. It was a cap-off to a triple match week, 3 games in 8 days, and it was a wild one. 2 red cards and 6 goals. Wow, yeah. It was not a defensive masterclass, I would say that. But, yeah, Andrew Gutman, he wore the captain's armband for the first time. And, Giorgos Giakoumakis, he came on and made a big impact. But, it was very early on. The Fire, they went down to 10 men in the 26th minute. It was scoreless. And Atlanta United, we took advantage. The sequence started when there was pressure from Atlanta United that forced a giveaway, recovered by Miguel Berry. And on the dribble, the striker was clipped from behind, and Federico Navarro's second yellow of the night already, and he was shown the red card and told to leave. But, Almada, he stepped over the free kick, and he drove a low shot that was initially blocked by the goalkeeper. But Gutman, he was on that back post ready to tap it in, and he cleaned up the rebound to put us up top 1-0 in the 29th minute. But it was not a super long lead. They answered on a corner kick in the 42nd minute. Shaqiri, their talisman, he was at the right corner flag. He curled the ball in near post, and Quentin Westberg, he was able to get his hands on the ball, but the block ricocheted off the back of Juanjo Porata, and it was definitely, they made a meal of it, and it just it trickled over the line, and it was enough. 1-1. But, just 10 men on the field. They were able to score their second goal in the 49th minute. And Zerbilko, he posted up inside the box. And, with his back to goal, he brought down a ball with his chest. And midfielder Haile Selassie, he had a one-touch strike that was driven low, and Westberg, his attempt was not enough. And, they were able to take a 2-1 lead. But, very, very annoying there. I mean, just, going down 2 goals to 10 men, whether you're away or not, that is just not good enough. But, we were able to answer right back with a goal in the 55th minute to make it 2-2. Derek Etienne, he was able to move the ball from one side to the other, and he fed Ronald Hernandez on the right. And, yes, he was able to make his second consecutive start. Hernandez, on Saturday, he crossed the ball all the way to the far post. Gutman was there to be able to head it down, and Giorgos Giakoumakis, right place, right time, anticipating the ball. He was able to, not only come on, but able to tap it in. And, it was his, and is his 7th goal in 10 MLS appearances. But then, Giakoumakis, he was able to break that deadlock. And Almada, who was played quickly from Gutman, he fed a low through ball, and Giakoumakis, he was able to cut to the outside to avoid the goalkeeper coming off his line, and he scored with his left foot. Very reminiscent of a Joseph Martinez type of strike for sure as well. But he was able to handle that one-on-one with aplomb, and it was, unfortunately, a flag that came up, but, VAR, they were able to look at it, they overturned it, and it was allowed, and we had the go-ahead goal 3-2 in the 64th minute. But the final 20 minutes of the match, man, it is, something that we just cannot finish out matches, really, it seems. But, we also went down to 10 men as Luis Araujo, he received a second yellow card. A bit soft, if you ask me, but it is ultimately, he was pulling him back. I mean, was he pulling him back enough? Debatable, but 71st minutes, Araujo got his second yellow and got the red. Sent off. Araujo will miss the match against Orlando City this weekend, but then, man, it just got capped off with a wild one, 89th minute, and a left-footed cross from Miguel Navarro to the far side, trickle through the crowded box to Haile Selassie, and he was able to tap it in, and he was able to tap it to Giorgos Giakoumakis, who was able to poke it past Westberg and make it 3-3. So, Pineda, he said after the match, to me, we couldn't punish them when we had good chances. We had a few good chances, and we couldn't finish that, and we are giving away soft goals that I'm not happy with. Yeah, I mean, it's we just cannot keep leads. It is really just kind of dire. You score 3 goals away from home, it should be enough, but this side cannot handle it, cannot hold leads right now. We are a side that have scored the most goals and also given up the most goals in the league. But Guman said, it's like sink or swim. If we don't develop it, then it's going to turn into something like last year. But like I said, there are guys in the locker room who realize what's going on, that have the willingness and desire and awareness to change, and I think we will change. But there's some perplexing starting 11 changes as well. I get that there's rest needed, but 3 games in 8 days is a lot, but you have a full week for recovery. But Miles Robinson, who was given rest, he came in later in the match anyway. Juanjo Purata, came on, was subbed off, but Hernandez got the start at right back. Gutman was on the left. That all made sense, but it is one of those where we look shaky. We needed that safety valve that Miles Robinson is, and it just was not good enough defensively on the night to be able to come up with the 3 points. And unfortunately, at that point, we come home with a point shared. And I think a lot of that analysis we went over on the live post-match fan reactions that we did after the match. But that wraps it up for the match review. And I'll have the match preview for you later on in this episode. We will be playing Orlando City, of course. But let's get into the news. And with that draw, we are still in 4th in the East. We are 6-4-4 with a goal difference of 4 as well. It is very interesting how we are able to stay in the playoff spots with our poor form lately, but it's that early form that we are able to stay ahead and stay within the conversation. We're just below New England and just above Philadelphia. But onto some other news. MLS announced on Wednesday that the LAFC match on June 3rd will now be played on June 7th at BMO Stadium. So, it will be very interesting, I think. That we are really, we're playing a lot of Wednesday matches, which can be fun, but also, I guess it frees up some weekends for us all, I suppose. But Giorgos Giakoumakis, he makes the MLS Team of the Match Day this past week. He is now tied for second in the MLS Golden Boot race with 8 goals, alongside Jesus Ferreira, Jordan Morris, Hani Mukhtar, and Christian Espinoza. But all 4 of those guys have 1,000+ minutes played on the season. Giakoumakis, he's only played 527 minutes. So incredible form when he's played pretty much half the time. So yeah, imagine if he played the other half. But Luis Araujo, he, of course, he has been transferred to Flamengo, Brazilian side, and it will be very interesting. Yes, he will play his last match on June 24th, but yeah, he will, of course, miss the next match against Orlando City, and he has been actually fined, as well as he did not leave the field promptly when he was sent off against Chicago. So, he'll still have about 5 games left here before he leaves. But, Caleb Wiley, he was able to score in that U.S. Youth National Team U20 World Cup game. It was a 3-0 win, and he had the tap in for the third goal. But yeah, congrats to Wiley. Very, very good stuff there. Showing out and showing up for the U.S. Youth National Team. But yeah, on to Atlanta United 2. They picked up 2 points in a shootout victory against Orlando City B on Friday. Kareem Tamimi notched his 3rd goal of the season, and Luke Brennan scored from a penalty for his first of the year in a 2-2 draw. And then they went to penalties because that's what they're doing this year. And the shootout ended in where we were able to win it, and it was, well done from the side to practice those shootouts. But so that wraps it up for the news, and it gets us to the match preview. And this Saturday, 7:30 at Exploria Stadium, we will be playing Orlando City, and they are 7th in the Eastern Conference, 5 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses, and last match they won 3-1 against Inter Miami. But on paper, they have some good depth, talent everywhere, and it seems to be able to fit together. If their league form right now is any indication, there is that they might be a little bit too similar in terms of their depth, and maybe their backline isn't good enough to really keep that door shut. But key departures from last season: Junior Urso, pretty much a shock departure, who left on a mutual contract termination, which I think we'll probably be pretty happy about because he was always pretty dangerous against us. Ruan, another one as well, left the side, as well as Joao Moutinho. He left as his contract expired, and he left to join Italian Serie A side Spezia. But their key acquisitions from the off-season: Martin Ojeda, as well as Rafael Santos, as well as Ramiro Enrique. So, they were able to pretty much kind of reinforce the coffers this off-season. But, the predictions from the pundits around the league, they have them finishing as high as 2nd and as low as 12th in the East. So, really, that is a massive swing. I think that, that league form right now, I think probably pretty much shows possibly where they are probably going to end up, maybe, if they don't get a swing in form. But Oscar Pereira, he's really done wonders for them. They won the U.S. Open Cup, of course, as well. This will be a side that always looks to play us tough, and hopefully we can get something going against them at home. But on to Atlanta United and the unavailable players. Ozzy Alonso, he's likely still out, but he has been training a little bit, still. And Brad Guzan likely still out as well. Eric Lopez with his ankle injury, he as well is out. Amar Sejdic, calf, and Araujo, of course, with the red card suspension. So, Who will be the starting 11? Let's get into that. Westberg in between the sticks, I think. Lennon, Robinson, Purata, and Gutman in the back line. I think Ibarra and Josetu are the two in the midfield. The real question is who will be starting in place of Luis Araujo, and I think it's Machop Chol who will be starting on the right. He came in later on, and he was able to beat a few men late in the match. I think he will get the nod on the right. Almada in the middle there at the 10 position, and Derek Etienne on the left. And will it be Miguel Berry? I think it will be Giorgos Giakoumakis who finally gets some match fitness and will get the start in this one. Hopefully he can get it's 8-8, I believe, is the record, and that would be huge. That would be able to break the record, Taylor Twellman. So hopefully he does get the nod and he can score, as he is on really good form at the moment. But let's get into that score prediction then. I think it's a 2-2 draw. I think, we'll score some goals on the road, but this defense is leaky right now. We score as many as we let in. So, I think it's that. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much the entire episode except for the question of the day. And the question of the day is, what must we do to limit the number of goals that we concede? It's a big question. Gonzalo Pineda, yeah, he's got that to solve as well. But what do you guys think? I'm curious. Let us know in those comments below. But guys, that is the episode there and there. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. I've been AJ. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.